What's up, guys? Red Burkholder here with another video on how to remove a few weeds. Now it's late February here in the south, and actually I just moved to a different part of town earlier this summer, so I have a few different weeds I'm going to try to remove today from the yard. Now last Sunday basically, I already started, but it's been raining like a banshee here, so it's actually dried up a little bit, and today was the first day in a while that it started to warm up and it was dry. So I'm going to show you a few weeds that I want to remove, and the weeds that I'd want to remove are henbit and Poa annua. And the reason why I want to remove them is just because I don't want them hanging around all spring, especially the Poa. So I'll take you on a short tour and show you how to spot them. Here we go. So as you can see here, here's my backyard. I have some pretty good Bermuda, and the way that I'm going to spot this Poa especially is if I come over here and I look for these little green tufts that are a lot greener than my regular dormant Bermuda, which is obviously this kind of brownish. Now you can see another section here. This is mainly the henbit. Okay, I definitely want to pull that out. Okay, now this is pretty easy weed. I can really pretty much pull this out with my hands. So here's one very distinct tuft of Poa. So now the thing is, I can pull this out with my hand if I really want to. So I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to grab it around the base, make sure I have pretty much all of it, and I can start giving it a pretty firm tug. Okay, now I definitely want to hear those roots disengaging, but as you can see there, I didn't really get it all. So I'm going to reach down a little further and pull that out. Now my next strategy is obviously just to take my screwdriver, which I use for a lot of weeding because it's very simple and it gets down to the end of the root very quickly. So I can go ahead and just try it like this. Stick the screwdriver down at the base, start to pry up. Kind of move it around a little bit until I get this part, and I can take it with my fingers and just kind of pull out. So here's another little clump. Okay, one thing to note is that you can definitely see some seeds right there. So you know that's Poa, but one of the smaller ones here doesn't have any seeds. One way that you can definitely recognize that it's Poa, if I get down closely, you can see that it has some spider-like stem. So I definitely know that's Poa when I look for that spider-like stem. I'm gonna just go ahead and pull it out just like this, probably with my screwdriver. Just lift it out, so there you go. Another thing about Poa is when you get it, it definitely makes a huge difference. Now for this nasty clump of henbit. Like I said, this stuff isn't all that difficult, but there's quite a bit of it. So same basic process. You need to kind of stick your finger down there, reach for the stem or the root, and just give it a good firm tug, but also slightly gently. So that's basically it. As you can see, this is a pretty mature Poa weed. You definitely want to pull that out and make sure you get it all by the roots so you don't have these seeds dropping down on you. All right, guys, so even in just a few minutes, I was able to knock out a nice little section. Mainly just use my hands, a little bit of my screwdriver, and here you go. Here's my refuse pile, and here's the difference I already made, matter of minutes. Now I still got a few of these Poa tufts to pull out. Now here's my front yard. Okay, you can see my dormant Bermuda. This is basically what it's supposed to look like. So one of my pro tips is take care of the front of your yard, or this is technically the side of my yard, where it's going to be most noticeable to all your neighbors and to the homeowners association. And this is what it looks like could happen if you let some of your weeds start to grow out of control. You definitely don't want that.